fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
I need to get that sword. Shit. I can't feel my legs. Come on. Just a little bit more distance. I need to get it. Now, with that being said, hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Dorzaya, or Izuku, who, him and a group of adventurers were all assigned to the task to take out the sea dragon that is in the Nation of Water. Now, along with that, we did also have where Dorzaya, or not Dorzaya, the hero was summoned. And I did reveal who exactly that was. Now, with that being said, we last left Dorzaya where he froze over the ocean and was going to face off against the sea dragon. As we do pick up with him some time later, where he does jump awake and inspect his body. Him confused as he does see that he does still have his arm and both of his legs. As he does then go to jump up. Now, somebody they would walk into the room and inform him, as they do actually see him, that he must rest. He lost a lot of blood and a lot of mana. Where the hell am I? Sir Dragonslayer, you're on the island. What are you talking about? Sir, do you not remember? Remember? Remember what? Defeating the beast. What? No, that can't be right. How long was I out? Sir, quite a few hours. Now, but he does go to look down at his hands. As he does, ball them into fist, and then go to throw the covers off of his body, seeing that both of his legs are still there. Him going to stand and look over to the mirror. As he does see that the markings on his face, they've become not only more defined, but it does appear that a second marking next to the one there has appeared. Okay. So it is true then. Sir Dragonslayer? Are you alright, sir? I'm fine. Now leave me be. Now, Dorzaya, he would then go to sit down on his bed, where he does start to think back about that battle. Some of his memories, they feel fuzzy and hazy, and others feel clear as day. Shit, that thing was powerful. All he remembers is fighting it. He cut into it and attacked it, and even tried to use fire magic. That was a stupid idea. And then there was his, dark/slash attacks. Those were doing pretty well. However, he had to be careful against land, since he might have damaged the dwarven technology. Damn it. I was so restricted I had to lead it onto land. Even then it was still insane. At least I still got my arm though. But wait, inspecting it, he remembers that thing biting into his body, and his arm was dangling there by a thread. And then he does remember where he tried to jump into its body and attack it from the inside. That thing was smart. It bashed him against the ground over and over again with the weight of its full body. And Midoriya, whenever he did take on his wyvern form, the two they did brawl. Now, he does inspect his lower half, as he does see a scar he does not recognize, as it's around his hip to his lower left thigh that moves downwards in a bite pattern. Now, Midoriya he would actually go to open his inventory, as he does say he's leveled up quite a bit. System. Yes, user. Inform me. Any different changes? What happened? Information unknown. XP grown. Skill level, well, increased. Yes, but any changes? Now, the system, it would, well, do this. Looking through everything that is informed about a unique skill that he has recently acquired. What is the skill name? Skill name. Berserker. Berserker. Classification has been met. Unique skill acquired. I don't remember buying this skill. Unique skill cannot be bought. Unique skill can be earned. Now, Midori he does read it. Berserker is a skill where your rage, it maxes out. Your body quite literally cannot contain it. And it goes into overdrive. You will quite literally lose every mental restriction you have and go into nothing but kill mode. And Midori he does see that, as he does ask his system if he used Berserker. Yes, the Berserker skill has been used recently. Along with that, well, signs of regenerative capabilities have also increased. What? Roya looking down at his arm, as he does just think. Okay, so he did win. And he is alive again? The fact I don't remember this is pissing me off. I thought I had Total Recall. Total Recall does not activate when the Berserker skill is active. Wow. I would have never guessed. Now, Midori he does hear somebody knock on his door. As you do have where they do walk in and see him. As it's the princess of the mermaids. Asking, well, the Dragon Slayer if he is alright. I'm fine. I'm just tired. That is understandable. However, are you sure? Yes, I'm fine. I solved your dragon problem. Did you be able to get everything up and running now? Yes, we believe so. However, with the dragon gone, we believe that other problems might soon arise. You're shitting me. I do not know what that phrase means. However, I'm assuming that is a bad thing. Very. So what other problems might pop up? Well, the dragon existed to keep predatory life in this area and region in check. However, it does appear that we might have to start filling in that gap. And hopefully that will be enough. Enough? Yes. As I want to assume you are aware of, there are more creatures than just dragons. There are also, well, we believe them to be ancient beasts, from around the time of the first Demon Lord. Okay. And what about them? They're beasts filled with mana of the Demon Lord. And, as the name implies, these creatures, they have powers that we consider to be unordinary. They don't play by any laws we do. In fact, if I had to put a name for them, They're almost considered to be gods. Really? Well, yes. So, hopefully it is still slumbering. It? Yes. If it does become a problem, we hope you'll be able to handle it. Sure, maybe. Now, Midoriya, he would go to stand up, as he does tell the princess that he's heading back to the capital. So soon? But we must feast. I don't care about your feast. My only interest is doing what I need to and achieving my goals. You understand? I see. But don't you want to be rewarded for your action? What action? I just killed a monster. I need to get back to my duties. Then we'll get back on track. Besides, killing that thing was all I needed. Now, Drozaya he does go to walk away, as the princess he does watch that. Now, Midoriya he does get outside and then go to fly away, as he does look in his inventory for new skills. He's also gained the ability to take on the form of a sea dragon, and he already does think about how this does affect him. It does mean that he'll gain improvements to his water magic, and even gain some proficiency with ice magic. Along with that, there is the fact that, as the sea dragon as it does state, he'll gain enhanced water, well, aqua mobility as it does say. Now, as interesting as this is, Midoriya, he does at least feel skeptical about it, as he also does then go to pull his weapon. Now, as Midoriya he's flying through the air, he does look down at the sword. He couldn't read the inscription before. However, now he can. The sword, it does talk about something. The description of it. This sword, for every life Midoriya does take, he will get closer and closer to becoming a demon lord. And it did quite surprise him. As the sword, it talks about how Midoriya has reached the 10,000 milestone. Midoriya is stopping dead in his tracks in the air as he does look over this, asking his system exactly how did he reach this milestone. Milestone reached, however, unknown as to how. This wasn't like this before, right? No. Kill count was well under 9,500. What the hell? What do he does think? He knows for a fact that after killing the dragon, he did something. However, this is confusing him, as his system does inform him of a unique opportunity. What? Unique opportunity. Evolve to demon? No. Are you sure, user? Wait. What is this? To continue to grow stronger and increase rank proficiency, evolving to demon will help to do so. What? Yes. Using the Sword of the Demon Lord, you can grow stronger. And the Seed of Evil, it will help you. Seed of Evil? Yes. Whenever you slash yourself against your own blade, you will implant yourself with a seed composed of 10,000 souls. And it will help to turn you into a demon. What? Yes. Once another unique milestone is then reached, you will be able to take on the form of, well, a demon. Afterwards, you will then be given the milestone for Demon Lord. What? Yes. Unique milestones are reached this way. Now, Midoriya, he does eventually return to the castle, as he does make his way to his quarters and lock himself in the room. He has his blade sitting on the table, and he is just sitting at the end of his bed. The unique skill Berserker, and what it does to him. It makes him tremble. Not because of the fact that it's a skill he has never heard of. It's not that has gaps in his memories. It's the fact that it goes against what Midoriya he believes. Midoriya wants to always have constant control of his own actions. And the fact that this skill is telling him that he doesn't have control, it does somewhat frighten him. Now, Midoriya he does think about it. If he is right, this skill puts him in a feral mind state. And if he does ever use it again, he wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between his allies and his enemies, meaning that everybody around him would be a target. Now, Midoriya he does think about that, as he does go to lay backwards on his bed. Now, Midoriya he does feel fear. Along with that, he does actually feel concern. If he is to use this skill ever, he cannot be around Bell, Lee, Ray, or Tori. Him going to shake his head as he does think. Why would he care? They're not his friends. They're just allies. They're just travelers. They're just people around him, right? Now, Midoriya he does try to think. And he does wonder about it all. Him thinking back to some memories. Now, Midoriya he does think back about the time he spent with Bell and Lee. Whenever they did first escape, the night they spent camping before they headed into town, it felt weird. He slept under the stars while he did leave her to the carriage. And she screamed. She screamed all night long in her sleep. Midoriya, he didn't know what to do. He wanted to comfort her, but he knew that he couldn't. And he left her alone. And then there's even times where he himself knows he screamed. He screamed himself awake thinking back about being a slave. And it just fueled his hatred more and more. However, he hasn't had dreams like that in at least the last month and a half. He knows for a fact that he does scream, but they do mention it to him. And he's guessing that that's because they don't want to know or bring it up to him about his past. And it does just fuel his rage more. In this world, it does seem like every time he does find something good, there's always something there to ruin it. Now, Midoriya, he does go to close his eyes and try to think. It's already getting pretty late, and he's assuming that this being where there's a knock on his door. Now, Midoriya will go to stand up, asking exactly who's out there. Dorzaya, it's me. Now, he would walk over and open the door, as he does see Bell. Now, he does then freeze. What are you doing here? Dorzaya, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine, he does say. Him going to look away. Shit. What is he doing? Why is he acting strange? Dorzaya? What? Are you sure you're fine? Yes, I'm fine. Now just leave me alone. No. Listen, you've been acting stranger since you got back. Did something happen with the dragon? Yeah, I killed it. Afterwards, I lost consciousness. Then I woke up in a hospital, or a room where I was cared for. Besides, I just need some time alone. Hmm? Time alone? Yes, to think. I discovered something. Now, Midori would go to close the door, as Belle does bring her hand up and go to at least stop Dorzaya. Now, Midori he would stare at her, as her eyes do glisten in the dark. Dorzaya, you can speak to others about your problems, you know that, right? Hmm. What problems? I don't have any. You're lying. Now, she does tell Dorzaya that he can force this door closed and keep her out. However, he hasn't done that. So, she would like to come in and speak to him. She is worried. Now, this does make him freeze, as he does think about it. Somebody's worried for him. Hmm. That's new. No one's ever worried for him. Not even his own mother. Wherever she does, wherever she is. Now, he would just go to step away from the door, as she does walk into his room. Maria then turning around, he does close it, asking her exactly what is she doing in here, as he does walk over to a table and sit down. Now, she does stare at him, talking about how she heard that, well, from the princess, he did get injured pretty badly. And she did hear that, apparently, he didn't want to celebrate with a feast. Hmm? Yeah. I think it's best for everyone if I just stay by myself for right now. Hmm? Really? That's unlike you. Yeah, Roy would say. Belle seeing the strange emotion in his eyes. Along that she does look down to see that his hands are shaking. Is he afraid of something? No. She does walk over and set her hand on his own. Roy actually quickly pulling his own hand away as he does tell her that she needs to leave. Dorzaya, are you afraid of something? Yes. No. I don't know. It's just a monster doesn't feel fear, right? And I don't know why I'm afraid. I I don't understand. Why do I still feel scared? Dorzaya, you aren't a monster. Sure, I'm not. I've killed so many people. All of them deserve it, sure. But I during that battle, I gained a skill. It doesn't it just it takes away my control. Throws me into a feral mind. I turn into a beast. Friends, allies, hell. Everyone who I Moroya biting his tongue, as blood does begin to trickle out of his mouth. Moroya trying to think. Everyone I care for. The words he was gonna say. Don't make attachments. Don't make attachments. They'll just die. Now, Belle, she does quickly go to pull his mouth open, as she does see the damage he did just cause. Bringing up her hand and healing his, well, tongue. As he just sit there with his mouth still open. And he does stare down at Belle. Now, Belle does tell him to be more careful, since she can't always be there to heal him. Thanks, but why? Why did you stick with me? I thought you were strong, a person I can follow and admire. You set me free. So her going to set her forehead against his own. And Midoriya, he does just sit there for a minute. This feeling, it's warmth. It's nice. Now, Bella does go to wrap her arms around Orzaya. And Midoriya is going to bring up his own hands. As he does, pull her in closer. And she does feel the surprising amount of force he does put to a hug. Now, Midoriya, he does begin to start crying. As he does think. These feelings, these emotions, he feels like he's been neglecting them. But at the same time, it's what's kept him going. This need for revenge, this fire that burns underneath him, all he's ever thought about is killing, and nothing more. However, he does feel his hands slowly start to stop shaking. As he does, at least let go of Bell. Junto. Junto. Junto? My name. That's what I was given. Your name? Yeah. I haven't used it in over a year. Hell, I've been keeping track of every day. It's almost been 2 years since I appeared in this nation or in this land. Jinto. Yeah? You're afraid of what? I'm afraid of people. I used to be more human. I used to be innocent. I used to be the type of person who just tried to keep my head up through everything I've been through. I've seen the worst in people then. Then I appeared here and I saw what I thought to be a glimmer of hope. A light that shined in the darkness. However, it's as if someone just threw a mountain full of rain on top of a fire. And they snuffed out that light I saw. Then it's just, I gave up. The moment I thought about it, every time I was beaten, every time I was cut, every time I killed, I thought about home. I was neglected. I was seen as nothing. But even then, I just don't know. And then there's the fact that this being where Belle, she has kissed Rosaya, or Junto. And Midori, he's taken aback, as he does go to bring his hands up and hold on to her. Now, Belle, she would pull away, and Midori, he would see the look on her face. She's heavily embarrassed. Belle? You're... Sorry, was that stupid? Now, Midori, he would actually somewhat begin to smile, and Belle, she would stare at him. That expression that he does hold on his face, she's seen a glimpse of it. However, it's always something that he does quickly either rip away from his face or hides. And then there's the fact that he has tears in his eyes. Junto, are you... Maria pulling her in close, as he does give her a kiss this time. And she does just stare at him surprised. As I do believe that that is a good point to leave this off of. And I do hope you guys enjoyed.